thought I would bring you to come do my hair with me today for work. So I've done my face, so I'm just gonna do my hair. So I just thought I would do a nice little curl. I'm always gonna put some heat protectant in there. So what's everyone's plans for today? Just thought I would try and get used to talking to the camera, because it is an unusual feeling, especially when you're not used to it. And that stuff. So the more I do it, the more I get used to it, and the more it comes naturally and easily. So we just curls today. So I split my hair in two, so down, half up, and then I split them in three. So I've got the sides and then a back piece. And then, because I don't want them super, super curly, I just want it like nice and wavy. And I grab my trusty dusty curly iron I got from Kmart. And I just wrap it around. So what's everyone doing on this Monday? I'm going to work. Hopefully this week's a better week for my kid at daycare. She was sick a lot last week. And then I got sick, and some rash, weirdly, on my arm. Went to the doctors about it, and they just thought it was something I was allergic to, but it's still there, still quite owie. And then I drop it, and then I just twist the curl like this. Trust the process. I always say just trust the process. This will kind of help it set. And then I grab a little bit of hairspray. And I just hairspray it a little bit, and then I just let it sit like that while I do the rest of my hair. And I'm just going to make sure I get my hair. So did everyone have a good weekend? We did. We finally got some rain, which was nice because one of our tanks were empty. So we live on a farm and we rely on rainwater. We don't have access to like town water or anything. And when we were putting in a filtration system, the pipe blew off the pressure pump, and we lost 20,000 litres worth of water. So that was a bit of a hit in the guts. But after the rain we had on the weekend, it's pretty much like nearly full, which is good. So it gives us a little bit of breathing space. That stuff, we fixed another tank because the tap on the tank was leaking, so we had to pull that tap off and re-drill a hole and put a new fitting in there, so that was fun. Went to town and got a few supplies, went to the bakery. Our local bakery is really good, had really nice bread. And then I did some cooking to try and make this week easier, especially when, you know, we leave at 7 and then we don't get home till 6. And with a baby, I don't really feel like trying to cook during the week for lunches or anything like that. So this is just one thing I can do that helps the week go a bit easier. And that stuff. We getting a new bull today. I think it's coming today. It's very exciting. He's like we're gonna nickname him Spotty Dotty because he's black with spots and he's so cute. So we co-own him with a friend of ours, so that he'll live at our friends, and then we will bring him over when we want him to breed with our heifers and that stuff. But we're a long way from that because we need to wait for our fencing and water to be all set before we add livestock on here, because you know you can't have livestock without working water. Well, we have water, we have rainwater, but we have 2 bores that we need to get working too, so we can put the cow water on the bores instead of trying to drink, use some rainwater. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Work, I think, is going to be a bit busy this week, which is not too bad. Makes your days go quicker, but it's exhausting. Work is exhausting, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll have to work, unfortunately. It's just the way life is. and that stuff. I would prefer not to go back to work after I have my next baby, but in this economy and that stuff, living on a farm and all that stuff, sometimes it's just not, you know, it's just not a doable dream. To stay at home. Like, I know some families are really well and they can really work it out, and I'm jealous and envy of them, those families, because I really want to do that, especially since like we're trying for our next kid. So I don't know, thought maybe this might help, this might, I don't know, give us a little bit of something to do. I don't know. I want to try and open up a farm stall on the side of our farm, because we have a perfect, like, we have a pretty busy road, and we have like the perfect spot down near our gate where we can put a little farm stall in there, and I can, you know, sell my relishes and my jams and all that stuff, and then, you know, when my veggie garden takes off, I can sell my veggies and stuff, and my eggs and that stuff when we get all our chickens and all that. So that'll be like a little bit of extra income, and then, you know, bags of firewood, just all that stuff, some flowers and that stuff. Trying to like make our farm like earn us a little bit of income. You know, like, we don't have a very big farm, so obviously it's not gonna earn us hundreds of thousands of dollars like the big farms do, but every little penny counts. And if it's 1 week more that I can stay at home with our kids, that's what we've got to aim for. You know, we'll stay home with our kids. So, I don't know. I think we're only going to want to have 2 kids, I think 2 is a sweet spot for us. Because our first one, she's great. She's a great sleeper. She, I wouldn't say she's a great eater. She lives on ham, cheese, and salami and bread. But it's like, you know, she's getting her carbs and that stuff. She'll have like, she won't eat fruit. She'll have fruit pouches and all that stuff, but she won't eat. Oh, she will not eat the fruit. I'm like, just eat the fruit, Paisley. It's not hard. But she did grab a banana the other day and tried to eat it, so I think that's a step forward. But yeah, I think we only want 2. I do want like a boy and a girl, so hubby has someone with him. Like, I have little miss with me, because she loves being outside and that stuff, but if it comes down to Josh and I, it's me she loves at the end of the day. You know, if I get out of the car, she's going to get out of the car. If I'm going somewhere, she's got to go somewhere. I can't leave her with Josh, like with hubby, and then get out of the car and then expect her to stay there with him. It's hard, because then I've got to carry her around. Like yesterday, we were trying to pull some old dog cages down, and I was getting out and strapping them onto the back of the car, and so hubby can pull them in the car, and she was in there with him. And there was like long grass and wet and muddy and that stuff, and she was screaming, trying to come out with me, and I'm like, I can't, because I don't know if there's snakes or anything there. I was like, baby, I was like, it's not safe for you to come out with me, and I just had to put her to my hip and try and do it with her in my hip, which is not easy at all. But anyway, here's what it is. I'm just gonna do, I finished all my hair. I'm just gonna do a little curl around my side pieces. Nothing too crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then once I do these little bits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there you go. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'll go in about 10 minutes, and then I'll brush it through with my hands. Thank you. Bye.